Good morning. How are my earth signs doing today? I hope all is good with you and your loved ones. Thank you for choosing my channel. I greatly appreciate it. Let's see what the messages are for you for today. Remember, this is a general read, so only take what resonates, leave the rest. And we'll get started here shortly on what messages you need to have for today, or message. Let's get going here. Please show me clearly what I need to know. Please show me clearly what I need to know. Thank you. Ascending the mountain. Keep forward. Keep going forward. A lot of you out there are on pause. You're thinking the direction of things going in your life are not exactly what you should be doing. You're doing it right. It's all part of your path. And walking the mountains, you can choose two paths. You can try to take the shortcut to go straight up over the mountain, and it'll be harder, or you can follow the path that's already been established, which is a little easier to travel. Both of them will get you to the other side of the mountain. But you can make your ascension easy or your ascension hard by how you travel and what you do. So be aware of it. Think about what's going on. And don't look at the mountain as an obstacle that you're never going to get over, because you will. Some of the biggest obstacles in our life, we look at them and think they're Mount Everest, and once we get on the other side of them, we realize they were just a molehill. We were just looking at it the wrong way. Desert passage. Trust there is a divine plan for you. Remember I said you're looking at the mountains and thinking it's Mount Everest, and when you get on the other side of the mountain, it was a molehill. Keep going forward. Don't stop. Don't look back. The plan is for you. Oh my gosh. Overcoming obstacles. You can overcome anything. Yeah. Remember, the mountain's not Mount Everest. The mountain was a molehill. As they say, mountain, get out of my way. I'm moving forward. Voyage of the heart. Love flows through you and to you. This is a very passionate journey for you right now. You are being guided. And the obstacles, some of them you may think are Mount Everest, but they're really not. They're a molehill. You may come up to the path and see a huge boulder blocking it, and you're going to go, how do I get around this? How can I see? I can't move it. It's too big. And the closer you get there, that rock, that boulder that's in your way keeps getting smaller and smaller and smaller until you can just take it and push it off and get it out of your way. In that boulder, it's got a sword in it. That's the sword of truth. That's the Ace of Swords, the new beginning. Once you can split that boulder, that sword will get out of your way. You need to be truthful with yourself on this, how to overcome the obstacles. Let's see what messages come out here for you for the day. A little more clarification. But a lot of you keep going forward. You've got it. I know these obstacles look really big to you, but they're just a molehill. They're just a pebble in your path. Once you get onto the top of them, they're not that big. You know, I mean, I once had a dream, and I get a lot of them, a lot of downloads that way. And it was snowing, and I got to this step, and I was standing at the base of the step, and it had this glare ice coming up these 4 steps, and the steps led right into a building, and I knew I had to walk through the doors in order to continue my journey. It was like my next part of my journey was through them doors. It was like the portal. It was like I was ascending into this. And if you tried stepping on the steps, they were slanted, so you would fall. The way the ice was on it, it was slanted so you would fall down, and they were slightly wet, which made the clear glare ice even worse. And I kept looking at it and kept going, how am I going to get around this? How can I get up there? The railings are all icy. Everything was icy, and I said, I don't have any salt. All I have is just this sort of broken down shovel. And all of a sudden, one of my spiritual team members said, go to the side and push on the ice. Push it off to the left. So I stood there, looked at it, and I caught by the railing, and I could push the ice off the step. All one piece, and it was perfectly dry underneath that ice. I went to the next one, push that one, all one piece, right off the steps, right onto the ground next to the steps. And that step was perfectly dry. And I did it to the third one, and the same thing. And that was my obstacle, and the reason I was making such a hard time thinking about it, because I didn't think of something as easy as this was, that it could be just me just sliding it out of my way. And about a week later, we had a snowstorm here, and I went out to clean my steps. And that's how I shoveled the snow off my steps. It was a snow ice storm, and it did the same thing, and I went from the right to the left, and it cleaned off. And it was just a synchronicity of reminding me that a lot of my obstacles in my life are obstacles, the huge mountains that I put in front of me that are just molehills, and that we should be aware of it. You know, your financial obstacles, your love obstacles, your health obstacles, your spiritual obstacles. That you have to look at life a little different and maybe just realize that a lot of things are not as bad as you think of it. I did make it up the steps and walk through the door to let you know. Okay, let's go on. I think I took a little bit too much of your time there. 10 of Pentacles. This is abundance. This is financial abundance. This is spiritual abundance coming towards you. A great amount of it. 9 of Wands. There's your obstacle. You've put all these wands up around you so you can't go forward in life. You need to get rid of them. Once you get rid of them, the abundance is coming. You can see it. Get that obstacle out of the way. 3 of Cups. Enjoy life a little bit. Stop. Smell the roses. Know that you can handle anything coming to you. That mountain, once you get there, is going to be a molehill. Once you cross it over, you go, wow. And you're going to look back and you're going to think you're thousands of feet up in the air, and you're going to go, wow, I'm like a couple feet in the air here. What was I thinking? The divine's watching over you. The universe is watching over you. This is your passage. They just want to see your reaction, see how you're going to handle things in life. Yeah, you're going forward. You're leaving the past behind with the Death card. This is death and rebirth. The old you is dying. The new you is coming forward. The new you of looking at obstacles and your celebration and your abundance, it's all coming towards you now. Justice card, things are going to be fair for you, more fair than ever before, and you're going to be more fair with people than you've ever been before in your life. Queen of Swords. You're going to see the truth from people. You're going to see those people that put the obstacles up there in front of you, and you're going to see what their value are, what their value is, and you'll be able to judge them truthfully and honestly, and either tell them, okay, thank you for your advice, but this is my story, I'm moving on, or you're just going to cut them out. The best thing to do, though, is everybody thinks, well, you know, in my life, this is how I do it. My life is nobody else's life but mine. This is my story. This is my book that's being wrote. And what worked for you may not work for me. And what works for me may not work for you. You have to remember that and be truthful with yourself on it. Because those people are the ones that are going to tell you, you'll never move that rock. Mark, you're never going to walk up them steps. And if I was to listen to them, I'd have still been standing looking at those ice-glazed steps. 9 of Pentacles. When you're truthful to yourself and this new you that's starting, people are going to look at you very, I'm going to sneeze here and I apologize. Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. People are going to look at you totally different. The abundance is coming in. You got the 10 of Pentacles, the 9 of Pentacles. People are going to look at you totally different. Because the old you is gone, the new you is here. The 7 of Pentacles. That's my proverbial apple tree that you planted. You wake up one morning and every apple is red and ripe, perfect, ready to go. And you pick them all, and the next morning you get up again and the apple tree's full again. 2 of Cups. This is a soulmate coming in towards you. You're going to find that person. Now remember, soulmates are not always love. Soulmates can be a person coming into your life to help you with what's going on in your life, give you guidance, give you direction, and they can be there for a short time or they can be there for a long time. A soulmate may also be a person there to put obstacles in your life so that you have to figure out what you want to do and move forward in your life, to make you think. Spiritually, you are so strong now. The new version of you is nothing like the old version. You've gained so much. Yeah. You're looking now at the obstacles and looking at everything no longer being Mount Everest, that they are just molehills. They're just pebbles in your path. You'll be able to get around them. You're going to look at this like this stone here. You notice there's a little rock there that could be keeping that stone from rolling off the edge. You take the sword out, you push that little rock out of the way, and roll the rock down the mountain, and your path is clear. It's up to you. You got to find it. You got to find the direction you're going. Empress, you're birthing brand new ideas, brand new way of living. You have, with the Strength card and the Empress there, you have so much spiritual strength coming into you. You have so much abundance coming into you. Things are changing in your life so much. The 6 of Swords. Yeah, you may have walked out of a turbulent time in your life, but you are so much stronger for it. You see things totally different now. You're not giving in to the temptations. You're not giving in to people who have overtaken all of your time and your energy, because that's an obstacle in your life. Is when somebody is an energy vampire and they take too much of your energy, too much of your time, it's going to set you back on where you're supposed to be going forward. They're going to keep you from moving forward because they know where you're going, they can't go. And that's what the devil here is. This was the negative energy. This was the person that has told you, I'm here for you all the time, and I'm positive. I'm the person. I'm your person. But when you really sit back and look at it, this was not your person. This was a person that wanted to go with you, and they know they couldn't. You've ended cycles, which you don't see coming, and you're moving forward, and you've been fated and destined for this. And you do have a love coming into your life. It could be just you loving yourself. This is what you don't see coming. The World card, you've ended cycles. This death and rebirth, you've ended a cycle. You're bringing things back into balance. You're moving forward. You're fated and destined for this. You're going to end up loving yourself so much more than before. And now remember, the Lover's card again, this could not always be that you're going to end up with a person that you're totally in love with, but this could be a person that helps you love yourself. And you may love this person, but you may love them agapically and not romantically. It's all up to you. I mean, this is your life. This is your choices. This is what you have coming into you. But things are coming into balance for you. You're going to ascend that mountain. You're going to overcome everything that you ever thought you couldn't. You are definitely fated and destined for stuff. The divine has a plan for you, and you're stepping right into what you're supposed to be and moving forward and raising your vibration. All right, there's your message for today. Comment, please like, share, subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate it. Namaste.